Have you ever wanted to say something, but stayed quiet? Maybe in class, at work, or when meeting someone new. You had the words, but your voice just didn't come out.
Oh, yes. That moment when your heart is racing, your palms are sweaty, and your mind is shouting, say it, but fear keeps your mouth shut. You're not alone. Today, we're talking about something everyone struggles with: self confidence.
Especially if you're a little shy or still learning to speak English fluently. This episode is for you.
Because confidence isn't about being loud or perfect, it's about trusting yourself.
And the good news?
Confidence is something you can build day by day, one word at a time.
In this episode of the English Story Podcast, we're going to show you how.
We'll share real tips, short stories, and simple English phrases you can use to feel stronger and speak more freely.
And of course, we'll highlight some useful vocabulary to help you talk about confidence in English and feel it in real life.
So take a deep breath.
You're in the right place.
Let's begin.
So, what is confidence really?
Some people think confidence means being loud, bold, or the center of attention, but that's not always true.
Exactly. Confidence doesn't mean shouting in a room.
It means you believe in yourself, even if you speak softly, even if you're still learning.
It's a quiet strength, a feeling of I can try.
And here's something important:
Confidence isn't something you're born with.
it's something you build, just like learning a language.
The more you practice,
The more you speak up,
the more you try, even when it's hard.
that's how confidence grows.
Let's make it even simpler.
Confidence is when your brain says,
I might not be perfect, but I'll try anyway.
that one sentence changes everything.
And if you're shy, that's okay. Shy people can be confident too.
Shyness is a personality. Confidence is a skill.
So don't wait to feel ready. Confidence comes after you take action, not before.
Let's show you how to start building it, step by step.
All right, let's jump into our first tip for building confidence, especially in English.
Speak first, even if it's just one word. Even if you feel nervous, just take the first step.
You don't need to say something long or perfect. You can simply say, Hi, I have a question. Excuse me?
These small moments matter. I remember when I joined a group class and didn't know anyone. I told myself, just say hello first. That tiny action made everything easier. It's like confidence grows the moment you take action.
It's like jumping into a pool. It feels cold at first, but once you're in, you realize, hey, I can swim.
Exactly. If you want to build confidence in conversations, make it your habit to say the first word.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. Let's move to the second tip. Use power phrases.
Power phrases are short, positive sentences you say to yourself out loud or in your head to build inner strength.
Think of them like little confidence boosters. They may sound simple, but they're so powerful when you say them regularly.
Here are some of our favorites. I can do this. I am learning and improving. Mistakes help me grow. I am enough.
I love that last one. I am enough. It reminds me that I don't need to speak perfectly or impress anyone. I just need to be present and try.
And the best part, you can say these anytime. Before a presentation,
Before making a phone call in English,
even before meeting new people.
here's a quick challenge for our listeners.
Right now, say this with us. Ready?
I can do this.
That's it. That's a power phrase.
You can do this. You just proved it by speaking out loud.
Repeat it tomorrow and the day after. Let it become a part of your morning routine.
Confidence starts with the words you speak to yourself.
Tip number 3 is a big one. Ready? Prepare, don't compare.
A lot of people who struggle with confidence say things like, I'm not as good as her.
He speaks better than me.
They're faster, smarter, braver.
Sound familiar?
Yes. That's the voice of comparison, and it steals your confidence.
The truth is, you don't need to be better than anyone else. You just need to be prepared.
Exactly. Confidence doesn't come from being the best.
It comes from knowing I practiced, I'm ready.
Let's say you're going to speak English in a meeting, or maybe you're about to order food at a restaurant in English.
Instead of worrying about mistakes, ask yourself, did I practice what I want to say? Did I look up the words I need? Did I try it out loud at home?
If the answer is yes, that's preparation. And preparation builds confidence.
Let me give you an example. Before my first job interview in English, I was terrified. My accent felt too strong. My grammar wasn't perfect. But I practiced my answers every day for a week. So when the interview started, I was still nervous, but I was ready, and I got the job.
That's a great example. You didn't compare yourself to native speakers. You focused on doing your best.
And that's our message for you. Focus on progress, not perfection.
Prepare your words. Don't compare your path.
All right, this tip is one of my favorites, and it's something we all forget to do. Celebrate small wins.
Yes. Because confidence grows when you recognize the good things you're already doing.
Not the big wins like giving a speech or passing a test.
I'm talking about the tiny ones. Did you say hello to someone in English today?
Did you write a short message without using a translator?
Did you speak up in class or answer a question, even if it was short?
Those are all wins, and they matter,
But most people don't celebrate them. They ignore them and focus only on what they didn't do.
right? Imagine if you encouraged yourself the way a coach encourages an athlete.
Instead of saying, "Ugh, I only said one sentence," say, "Hey, I said a sentence in English. That's one more than yesterday."
Exactly. I like to write down one win every night before I go to bed, even if it's small. It reminds me that I'm making progress, even on hard days.
And confidence comes from progress. So the more you notice those little wins, the more your confidence grows.
So today, when this episode ends, take 1 minute to write down your win for the day. It could be as simple as, I listened to a podcast in English, which you're doing right now, so that's a win already.
So I want to share a personal story because confidence wasn't always easy for me. A few years ago, I had to give a short presentation in English in front of 15 people. And let me tell you, I was nervous. My hands were shaking. My heart was pounding. I kept thinking, what if I forget the words? What if I mess up?
That's totally normal. It happens to almost everyone, even native speakers.
It does. But here's what helped me. Every morning that week, I looked in the mirror and said a power phrase. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to try. I said it over and over until it sank in. And when the day came, I still felt nervous. But I did it. I stood up, smiled, and spoke slowly. And guess what? People understood me. They even smiled back.
That's powerful. You didn't wait to feel confident. You acted first, and confidence followed.
Exactly. That's the message I want to give to every shy English learner listening. You don't need to speak fast. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need to start with courage, not perfection.
And just like you did, saying one sentence like, I can do this every day is how that courage grows.
All right, it's time for our vocabulary spotlight, where we take a closer look at the most useful words and expressions from today's episode.
If you're learning English, don't just listen. Repeat with us, say the words out loud, and try using them in your own life. Let's begin.
Confident, meaning sure of yourself. Example, she felt confident before her presentation.
Courageous, meaning brave, willing to try. Example, speaking English in public takes courage.
Power phrase, meaning a short sentence that gives you strength. Example, I can do this is my favorite power phrase.
Compare, meaning to look at differences between people. Example, don't compare yourself to others, focus on growth.
Let's pick one word and try using it together. Ready? Say this with us. I am confident in my progress.
Nice. And now try this one. I don't compare, I prepare.
Words like these can shape the way you think, speak, and feel. So take one of today's phrases and say it to yourself after this episode ends. And write them down in your English journal or on a sticky note on your mirror. Let the words guide your day.
Let's end with one final reminder. Confidence is not a personality, it's a practice.
It doesn't matter if you're shy.
It doesn't matter if your English isn't perfect.
What matters is that you try, even a little, every single day.
And just like we said earlier, confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after you take that first brave step. So here's your challenge for today.
Say one power phrase out loud, right now, with us. Ready?
I can do this.
Then speak one sentence in English today. Just one.
To a friend, to yourself, in the mirror. It doesn't matter how, it just matters that you speak.
And when you do, celebrate it. That's your small win. That's your progress. That's your power.
You're building real confidence, word by word.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow us, leave a review, or share it with someone who needs a little confidence today.
Thanks for joining us on the English Story Podcast. We'll see you next time.